You are now listening to the sounds of...
We got a legend
in the building right now.
Yes, a true legend in the building.
25
Introduce
years.
the man himself.
25
years in the game,
And this
just
is
for this album
of his solo debut.
We are over 25 years in the game with this man. This is just this album renewal here we're talking. So let's go ahead and bring the man into the right himself. San Francisco legend, better known as our boy Equipto.
Mr. Equipto.
A return guest. Return guest.
Returning guest.
Return guest. We had a great interview too.
Man,
Oh, yeah, we did.
Around 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so awesome to be able to talk to you in person, man.
Right on,
First
man.
off, congratulations, 25-year anniversary of a solo artist.
Right,
I mean, but
right.
also happy 50th birthday, Equipto.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Yeah.
what a milestone.
Happy
again
to be there,
this
for
year,
real.
you know?
Hell
So,
yeah. Much respect.
and still going. I mean,
Right. I made it. 50 years, man. No,
Shit,
yeah,
you look
definitely.
good for 52. Damn, I
Thank
believe
you.
it, man.
Thank you.
For real.
I'm
Hell
trying,
yeah.
man. I'm out here still, still grinding, still trying to take care of myself. I'm a father too now, so
Yeah.
everything's been a beautiful turn.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad to be out here, like in Modesto. My brother Georgie, helped put this together. I've known Georgie for like 25 years. I remember when Georgie was right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We spoke to Jordy this whole time we've been here. He's a
This is
good
my brother
man.
Georgie
Very
right
good
here.
man.
He's
Jordy's a
very
good
good
man.
So
Yeah.
I've known him probably as long as I dropped this, because I remember I did a show out here for Volume 1.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's when I met Georgie, and ever since we were like connected, and we just stayed through kind of like,
Yeah.
even through family, through all
Yeah.
type of shit. He became good friends with my brother K-Double, rest in peace, because they were like neighbors in the same areas and shit. And he stayed out here.
Just knowing you're going to be performing some of this again tonight and just hearing it again tonight, what kind of memories does it bring back?
Man, I'm keeping it 1,000 honest. When I was rehearsing this shit, I was crying, bro.
That's cool. That's
huge.
super cool.
That's
That
like-
touches heart. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I can't be as honest as I can right now. It's my
Hell
brother
yeah.
Nias. What's
Hell
up,
yeah.
boy? It's Georgie right here. Milkcrates homies right here, man.
Yeah, dude.
What's up?
Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. Man.
So yeah, I was like channeling. It was just like
That's
wow.
cool. That's hella cool.
And these verses, like you hear listen to this, it's like it ain't no 16 hook. It's like I'm busting like 42 bars.
Yeah,
And
oh
it's
yeah.
Like, I was telling Georgie earlier, like I'm gonna be rapping tonight because I and we're just gonna have fun.
Sure.
Like do old shit, new shit, current things. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it definitely was a trip. Like listening. and
We just
rehearsing.
played bombshell information right now just for this week in hip hop. Just so we're like, oh yeah, we're here for Equipto. This is what we're playing for this week. It's been 25 years. We want you guys to hear this, just for everyone to know where the fuck we're at tonight.
Man, I hella appreciate y'all coming through and Professor Gable linking us. You
Hell
know,
yeah.
definitely.
For
We've
sure.
already been linked.
Yeah,
but,
oh yeah.
But he definitely assisted.
Shit.
He's a young homie that's out there like hella,
Grinding.
and he's like, I'm hella proud of him because he's hella proud of me too. He's always like, 25 years, we gotta push this.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, my bad.
Shit,
let's
we were
do
gonna
it.
wear suits tonight, just for the fuck of it. We were gonna put suits on
I
with
would
this
have
bad
too
boy.
if it wasn't
Shit.
80 degrees.
Yeah, that's
Tell
what's
you
up.
for real.
You've always been like a mentor in the Bay Area. Well, not always, but in the
Right.
past like 15, 20 years, you've definitely been a mentor to a lot of young MCs coming up. And I've always, in your music, you can hear the connection of family always being kind of a tone in your music. Even before you've had kids, in this album, you're talking about your niece and nephew. What's that song?
Javante and Lala.
Oh man, that's a great one of my favorite songs on the album.
And they're like 30 years old now.
Amazing.
Shit, that's crazy.
wild.
But tell me like how much meaning does family have in your life? Because obviously it's a big foundation of your life.
Right. Family is like, how they say, it's cliche, but family is everything. It's, and I learned that, especially now that I have a daughter, but I've always, like you said, I've always been a family dude, kind of like, and a people person in a sense, right?
Yeah.
And always like, kind of like, of the people, kind of like always chilled with cats and just always been open and never like kind of shut people down, you know what I mean? Like, whether it be fans, friends, listeners, any supporters, it's just like, I always thought that was special that I could connect with my music and folks would connect with me. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, it was always like, okay. And young cats that, like I said, 25 years in the game, 50 years old, and, younger cats are like knowing my music and still like, as far as Bay Area wise,
Yeah,
right?
for
Like,
sure.
man, seeking out knowledge or seeking out little wisdom and experiences like that, man, I cherish that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm still out here giving advice and trying to let folks know or whatnot, or just along with the ride too. Not too much like, do it this way, do it that way. Like, I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna do me. I want to watch y'all blossom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, definitely I'll lend a hand out and do all that, you know, support y'all, throw shows, whatever we got to do. But at the end of the day, you know, they're going to walk their own path. And I'm like honored to be a part of that. Like, as much as they're probably like, man, Equipto's helping me, you know.
If I was a young and upcoming artist and you were to even give me some type of any type of tutelage or some type of knowledge, man, that goes miles.
Ways.
That goes
Right.
miles.
And it makes your journey that much more special too, being able to watch people that you've helped blossom. It makes your journey that much more special.
Just because, I mean, look, you're no need to toot a horn here, man, but you have fucking songs that just are gonna be played forever.
Yeah.
You got forever songs under your belt. Some people can't say that shit at all. So
Right.
just to say that is amazing in its own art.
Yeah, we're very blessed and honored to be here with you, man. Thank you so much.
Equipto, do you have an official number of albums that you have put out? I mean, collaboratively with people, by yourself. I mean, you're so vast, your discography. Do you know how many that you've put out?
I don't. I did a little thing one time, but I don't know where it went. But like, it was like a whole grid of all. One was all collaborations.
Yeah.
And then one was all solo artists.
It looked like you were solving a murder at home on CSI. You got fucking lines and
I know, I was like,
charts and all going that way.
And then you trip off like 25 years as a solo artist.
Yeah.
It was 1999. Those songs were recorded in 96, to keep it real.
So that's 28
when I was
years.
listening to it, like I said, when y'all asked me, I was rehearsing. I was like you can't stop it. DJs and MCs, I recorded those after my brother JoJo passed away.
And we were just saying that,
96.
too. These are accumulated probably in a build-up to make this album drop,
and
which
you
is
can see
amazing.
it. Yeah, you can see it, you can hear it and shit like that. So, and then before that, like 95, April of 95, Boris Stiff, the group that I'm part of,
of course,
we dropped our first shit. So it's like, as a solo artist, definitely it's been great, but
you've been in the game 30 plus.
Yeah,
30 plus. That's what we were
exactly.
saying right in the beginning. I go, this 25 is not 25. It's way more than
Right.
that. You know what I mean? So
it's a blessing, man. You know what I mean? Like, in Boris Stiff, we got a documentary coming out.
there you go.
It's amazing.
January.
Nice.
When you do drop it, you let us know, and we would love to play it live.
Someone hit me in I gotta tell you, someone hit me in Facebook from Modesto. They're like, we want to show the documentary. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna let y'all know.
At a theater or something?
Yeah, like a small little. They said
know.
we got a small under theater and we want to show it out here. I
Please,
was like,
let us know.
I told them I was gonna hook them up with Georgie.
Snap on that for sure.
Cobalt, and then we could get a little nice thing. You know what I mean? Showing out here.
please,
We're just gonna show it everywhere. It's dope, bro. Everyone's gonna love it because it's just old footage, documentary type of, nostalgic feel.
Hell
Frisco in the '90s, and we're blessed to have so many pictures and so much footage and like a significant story. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
the story is definitely
That's
like,
one that's worth telling.
yeah, it's interesting.
of course.
It's kinda-
Yo, what keeps you so passionate and motivated, man? I mean, you're a soldier in the streets. I mean, pushing your beliefs and fighting for what you believe in, and then putting out all this music, and then taking people under your wing, like young artists, and then teaching them. I mean, what keeps you so driven, man, and to be able to do that at 50 years old?
That is a trip. Like, one of my close friends told me, and he looked at me, bro, and he was like, how the fuck do you do it, bro? And we sat down, and it was like, sometimes I trip off it. You feel me? Like, it's just, some of us are just on a path to do it. You know what I mean? Kind of like, and be honest, 100% honest, it's hip hop. It sounds cliche. It sounds like, the typical thing, but dude, like, if it wasn't for hip hop, dude, and like, I'm so blessed, like, to really like witness it, like, to be a kid when Run DMC came out, right? Like, to go to these shows, to like witness the blossoming, going to see Public Enemy, and then moving on to seeing Black Sheep, and and seeing Huey MC on the streets, hearing Cool Nuts music out of cars, like all that, like, you know what I mean? And then like hip hop accepting me, right? Like that was my life changing thing. It gave me a voice, right? Like I said in the other interview too, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like a regular kid, just like everybody else, like I still am, but as a voice. I never had a voice, right? I didn't know how to grab a microphone or like really voice my opinion and be sporadic or be like thoughtful either way, right? Like, all that came with hip hop. Like, all of it gave me a voice and like taught me so much. I had parents, but they didn't teach me hip hop. They still don't understand hip hop. You feel me? Like, you already know, like, our parents, they might be like, oh, that one song, or this is cool, I listen to, whatever, but it's like,
there's a sound.
They'll never really
some people
get
don't
it.
know to
Not
catch
even
it.
the sound, but the depth of it, like you said, it giving you a voice and like
The feel and the background and the
being
backbone.
heard. You
and
know
being
what I
heard,
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trip, bro. It's a trip. So yeah, like, hip hop at the end of the day, like, I feel like I owe it so much because it's given me so much. So it's kind of, I think that's like the thing where it's like, the culture, preserving the culture. Who's dope? The youngsters. Who's reaching out to me? Like, because I tell youngsters all the time in the city or whatever, like, bother me. I tell them, bother me, bro. Like, sometimes I'm working, you know, and I'm doing this and I'm tunnel driven on something, but bother me when y'all can. You know what I mean? Because I'm willing to help anything I can. As long as y'all dope and I feel it's genuine, I'm with it. You know what I mean?
I got a little two-parter for you. An up-and-coming artist right now, if he's out there watching, what do you tell him to do at first? Like, what do you tell an aspiring artist who's finally barely getting in the game? Like, stick with it? Like, what's good advice for him?
I would say, like, marinate and just create in the studio for, like, you know, experiment and do some, and build content, right? You know, like do visual shit, but be creative with it. Like, and this is just me speaking from a point of view of like I was an artist right now. Like right now, I'm not doing that shit. You know what I mean? I'll build content here and there, but I'm kind of like content where I'm at, and you know what I mean? Like it's a dope. I'm just appreciative. But if I was a young artist coming up, like. Just like even if it was like 20 years ago, I would have been out there passing my CDs out. You know what I mean? Young MC doing that type of shit. Now it's a different world. And if I was like, I would get my craft together. You know, that to me, that's most, because there's so much sloppy shit out there and there's a lot of dope shit out there and it gets overlooked sometimes. So you kind of have to be creative and catch people's eye. And I think like and if you're dope, right? You really feel you're dope, you feel you got something to offer, you have to proclaim that. Like, that's what I have, not a problem with, but like my young homies, the younger homies, I'm always like, y'all got to proclaim your space. You guys are dope
on that shit.
Go up on that stage and let them know who you are.
Let them know who you is.
Exactly. You know, so there's humbleness, there's, you know what I'm saying, modesty, and there's a lot of that, but you have to proclaim your space in hip-hop in a sense, you know what I mean? Like, if you're that seasoned and that got that much to offer, like, dude, get on stage and show these people. It's not like battling or anything. It's just displaying your skills. Show people what you've worked on for the last 6 months.
Show them how well-spoken you are.
Right. You know what I mean?
And
like,
that being said, you're very well-spoken, so in one breath, what does hip-hop mean to you?
Hip-hop means to me, it's life, but at the end of the day, it's a cultural vibration.
Hell yeah.
It's a cultural vibration.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. And if you feel it, you feel it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's one of those.
Well said, well said.
It could be difficult. It could be as simple as that. But
cheers
to that, man.
Hey,
For
we
real.
appreciate you, Equipto. One more question for you before you take off.
That's all good. Don't worry. I'm not gonna drink all this shit. Don't worry.
You've been somebody that's been in the city. You know, you've raised there. You've lived there your whole life, pretty much. You got your finger on the temperature of the city. What is it like? What can we expect from the city? Because it's always been such a creative hotspot, and it's always been somewhere that has been influential to the entire country. Even the East Coast look to the Bay Area and San Francisco for influence on everything from style, from graffiti. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of shit comes from the Bay. What is the temperature that you're feeling out there? Is it heading in the right direction, or are we trending in the right direction with that?
It's a great question. I think it's going in a great direction, right? Okay. For a few reasons, right? Like Berner, June, you know, Larry June, the folks that are kind of hitting that mainstream panel in a sense. June more musically, Berner more business-wise, right?
Oh yeah.
But let's look at it like this. Like, every time there's a big stream and like there's a microscope on the city and everyone starts looking at it, there's an underground that exists.
Yeah.
And that underground is going to crack through. And to me, it makes me feel like it just makes things more significant. The more San Francisco gets the scope on them, the more the underground is going to shine. Eventually, it may not even be in our lifetime, y'all. That's what we have to. That's how sick it is. It's like might be 75 years. And they'll be like, "Dad, that podcast was the illest." You know what I mean?
How crazy is that to think, though? Because it happens like that all the time.
And it could be a time capsule. This is all captured, right?
Exactly.
So 75 years later, you know, they might trip off of shit. You know, like, so kind of that's how I live off. You know what I mean? And I think about, because it's like that's where the city's at. Like, because we already know the political climate is off the roof right now. We've never, our parents, our grandparents never witnessed no shit like this, where both, you know, whatever. You know, candidates is just off the Richter, and it's just like, and it's just exposing the game, right? The political game. It's exposing all this shit more and more. So I think that in San Francisco being a hub, a metropolitan city, that, you know, a lot of this capitalism vein is funneled through, bro. Like, me growing up in Frisco, I didn't realize that. Pier 39, Alcatraz, Golden Gate Bridge, all the Transamerica buildings. all that is big money. You know what I mean? Like, it brings in the tourists, it circulates the dollar through the economy, right? Throughout Chicago to LA to New York and Miami, right? So it's like thinking of San Francisco, of how significant it is and how it's crumbling in reality politically, right? And it's suffering from identity politics is going to unfold, right? Like, that's how I look at it. And what is the best reflection of a society in turmoil is the art.
Yeah.
You said it right with me.
I got you.
You said it right with me. You feel me? The best reflection of a society in turmoil is the art. We're going to see that shit. You're going to see the champagne. We're going to see all that because it's dope music too. You know, it's not we can't look past it. But we're going to see the grimy and the grind too, and it's being made right now, right? By artists I probably haven't met. You know what I mean? Like, just but
is there a solution? Is there a solution for San Francisco's turmoil that it's in right now? And do you think you see it in our lifetime? Ours here, lifetime being changed anytime soon?
No, I don't, because the solution, honestly, like, it's build and destroy to me. It's kind of like it's gonna really have to be a clean slate. We're gonna go through some beautiful times. And it's not gonna be a solution. It'll be a band-aid, but it's still to celebrate, because we celebrate the small victories.
Yeah.
You know
I love
what
it.
I mean?
That's my favorite place to be in the whole world.
Yeah, we have to celebrate. You know what I mean? Like, so a solution. I mean, I think some families gonna thrive, some won't. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like anything else. It's gonna be sad. It's gonna be horrible. There's gonna be murders. There's gonna be starvation.
But we got to stick together.
But we got to stick together. And there's gonna be folks that's still preserving the culture, spreading the message. You know what I mean? Like, so. We got to keep our head
You're
up
a really
to
good
that.
role model for that, man. And everyone has nothing but good things to say about you.
Yeah,
everyone talks to
always,
you, bro.
always. We've talked to so many people, and they always say good things about you.
We don't want to take too much of your time, but
I'm gonna come back though. We're gonna right.
Yeah, we'll be here all night.
Yeah,
We'll be here all
That's what I'm
night.
saying, because I'm gonna just smoke and come back.
Oh yeah, we'll be here.
Man, thank y'all, man.
Equipto, thank you very much. All I gotta say is pressure
love. Thank you.
creates diamonds, and right now San Francisco is gonna have a bunch of diamonds popping out, and we can't wait for it.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I'm gonna see y'all in a minute.
Special night,
All
man.
right,
We're looking
Much
forward
love.
to it.
Thank you
The
again,
one
brother.
and only, the legend,
Equipto.
Equipto himself.
Hell yeah.
sitting
Enjoy
down
that
with us.
fight.